All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, episode number 85 of From the Sidelines. We're coming to you live, back from our own setups, back from the safety of the Discord call. Yeah, the Vegas episode was fun. Go check that out if you haven't already. That's just pure chaos. It was last posted on last Saturday, I think, by the time you're seeing this. So go check it out. It's up there now. But let's get into this show. Tonight's show, episode 85. It's the recap. Vegas recap. We got our two boys here, no special guests tonight, but hey, just the girls, and still going to be fun as always. Let's bring in our special guest, Stephen Hatch. You're up top with me tonight. We'll go first with you, buddy.
Label me a special guest. I'm feeling very special tonight. You know, we're back at the normal setups. Feels good. Feel like I can just, lock myself in here and I'm safe. So we're good.
Yeah, perfect, man. And then we also got Brando Baird.
Yeah, we're starting to get back into that routine, we're not, it's not the normal day, but
definitely not,
but the chaos is settling, hopefully, and we're easing on in.
Yeah, dude, I feel like NXL Vegas just dropped like a 500 kilogram bomb on essentially everyone who went to it. The amount of people I know who went to that event and were sick afterwards, that's a high majority. I mean, I'm going to sound weird this whole show because there's a lot of swelling going on in my nasal area right now. I have an infection. Just started antibiotics for that, so hopefully that'll clear up in the next day or two. But yeah, dude, I'm so tired of getting sick going to paintball events, man. Like, fucking, I thought I had a good immune system, or at least I did, before COVID and all that shit.
This is my first time being sick.
We all should really have good immune systems with how many tournaments we're going to, how many fucking people we're seeing, how much traveling we do. This is bullshit. I need to
stop.
I bet if we were to go to like an undeveloped country, like our immune systems would kill them.
Well, I don't know about that. I feel like their diseases would kill us. Like, there's,
you know what? Maybe vice versa. Vice versa. We just
Africa,
take each other out.
You have to get like a couple different vaccines, or like I know in Asia there's a couple ones that they want you to get before you go to.
Yeah, they seem like they eat a lot more dirt than us. So
yeah, why am I talking about this? We have our medical professional, Brando Baird. How would that happen?
Yes, amateur doctor here. Yeah, we are. Yeah, they just eat more dirt. I mean, not by choice. It's just, and flies. Because they jump on their food and with some feces and yeah, their immune system's probably big.
Probably big. It's the biggest immune system.
The biggest there in Africa.
I've actually seen a video where they were catching all these mosquitoes, right? This is fucking disgusting. They were catching all these mosquitoes and like smashing them into like a ball and then like flattening it down, like grilling it down, and it's a mosquito patty. And they're just,
can you imagine,
that's all you got.
That's the way you transmit HIV.
It probably is.
Holy shit, is that possible?
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know if you cook.
If they're cooking it, I don't know.
Does that help? Yeah.
And it would.
That's what
I'm out. The heftiness of the burger. The heftiness of the burger would depend on how much blood the mosquitoes drank. That's disgusting to think about.
I guess like when you kind of squeeze a burger a little bit, kind of push it down so the condiments all kind of settle in, and you can get that bite around it.
All the juice come out.
Meat juice come out. Yeah, that would just be human blood in that burger.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
Oh, dude, that is fucking disgusting. I love living here
in a first world country. It's pretty great.
I love it.
Well, guys, I mean, we have a lot to talk about tonight. Like I said, it's the Vegas recap show. There was a lot that went down there. The Summit Awards show, different equipment breakdowns. We had sports betting for the first time. We got a lot to talk about with that. But yeah, guys, I want to start tonight. I just want to apologize to everyone out there and kind of explain the delays and what's been going on with us. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I made an update a couple days ago on there, just letting everyone know. When I got into Vegas, my laptop shit itself. The GPU decided, hey, we're done. We're going to short out every time you try to, bring us back online. And all right, so had to figure out how to get a new one in. I, of course, ordered that on Monday. Amazon 2-day delivery said, fuck you, we're gonna go until Friday before we're actually gonna drop this in for you. And yeah, so I had to wait a while. We got that back. I've literally been resetting up all of my software, all of my hardware, all the programs. It's been a nightmare trying to set it up from like ground zero with no backup stuff. So yeah, that's been a lot of the delay this week for not only content but for the podcast coming out. This one will be at the normal time next Tuesday for our Patreons. It's gonna be a little late for you guys, sorry, but we'll be back on our normal schedule next week, and yeah, we'll be right back to it. I mean, yeah, it's just the stuff you can't predict and stuff we're trying to roll
shit
with.
Happens.
Yeah,
dude, we're alive. We're alive though.
Worst times.
It could be worse. It could be worse. You know, this is just a sign that it just means, like, you know, just keep trucking along, dude. This is gonna be one of those peaks and valleys, ladies and gentlemen. Peaks and valleys. Sometimes you get the peak and you're like, damn, dude, I just hit a good ass clip. Now you're like, damn, now my clip just hit me.
I just got clipped.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, and the other thing too, dude. You would think, okay, same amount of USB ports, you know, a better chipset, actually, a newer AMD chip. You think I would be able to just plug all my stuff in and, all right, start to get the settings set up, but it would work. No. I had to run to Best Buy last night or a couple nights ago for like a couple hours and try to find a like specific USB breakout hub for a couple of the things I need powered, and just all this extra stuff that, of course, worked with the old one, but now that you change it, nah, it's not going to work anymore. You're going to have to change your whole setup, Ryan. As you can see, I'm now wired in. I no longer have my wireless headphone capability. It's, you know, we're making downgrades, but we're also making upgrades because we're back making content. We enjoy doing that. Some of the people who help support this content and put us on the air are our sponsors, and we're going to mention them real quick at the top of the show. We have a Welts Clothing Co., of course. Oh, crap. I was going to grab my beanie for this. Here, you guys talk about Welts for just half a second.
So shout out to Welts. Let me tell you, Scott Stewart and the boys over there in Texas making some dope clothing. Go on over there. Use code FTS. It's FTS, right? Code FTS?
FTS, correct.
Use code FTS. Get a little bit of a discount, you know, help us out. Makes us look good. So Ryan, look at him over there, just trying to get his beanie. But you know what? We're okay. Look at him back. You can't hear us anymore because he doesn't have his headphones on.
Oh, no.
And we're back.
Yeah, no, I could normally hear you guys when I walk away, but now I can't anymore because I don't have wireless. I was trying to find it. I got a beanie from Scott. The funny thing was, though, he literally gave it to me off his head. Welts didn't have any product with them at the event, and on the second day, I'd realized I had lost my car beanie that I always use, and I was like, bro, it is so cold at this field. Do you lost a beanie? Any? And he's like, man, I have two. You can have one. And I was like, let's go, Scott. So I ran over to the fit tent, grabbed one from him, and yeah, proceeded on with the rest of my day. So shout out to Scott Stewart and those boys down there at weltsclothingco.com. Go use code FTS at that website. Save yourself some money. I know they just dropped the 2024 jersey. The beginning of next month, I know they're planning to have some limited edition like mask straps ready to drop. So, you know, be ready for those. Check out Welts Clothing whenever you're hearing this. There may be some new things on there for you. All right. We also got to talk about NECTR Energy, NECTR.energy. Where did my...
Look at that.
Dude, look at this thing.
My God.
We got some... you've got one of those boxes. I've got one of those boxes in my truck, too. We also got some awesome little black, like matte black metal NECTR tins at the event. These things are awesome. I have the one that I use in my car. It's got all my NECTR in there, but this is an extra one. An extra one, you say? I wonder who that might be going to. One of our Patreons. So yeah, thank you to NECTR Energy. They stopped by the event. It was great to see him out there talking with those guys for a little bit. Head over to NECTR.energy, NECTR.energy, and use code MafiaProductions, all one word, for a buy two get one free offer from them. And free shipping as well. So take advantage of that. Head over there and yeah, make us look good with NECTR. And last but definitely not least, we have Liquid IV, the superior hydrating multiplier. And this is why Brandon wanted me to do the sponsors, because he knew that he couldn't make his Liquid IV if if I didn't talk about it. So there you go. Open it up. He's got a lemon lime today. It's this.
Nope.
No? Oh, that's what the bag is. You
nope.
liar.
Is it grape?
No. It's great. I got that grape.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, dude, that is my new favorite flavor.
That became your guys' favorite flavor last week on the show.
Dude, I pulled that out. Yeah. People were goo goo gaga over it, dude. Not even gonna lie.
I was stressing about the mics that died on us right before that, so I actually didn't try that. Another technical difficulty thing we've had in the past week.
The mics.
Dude, sounded so weird. But Liquid IV, they've got some great flavors, as these boys were saying. They've tried out some new ones recently that they enjoy. You can head over to liquidiv.com, check out all their awesome, all the flavors, all the packs they have, the sugar-free product, the regular sugar product. It's all there waiting for you at liquidiv.com. Use code Mafia_Moffitt. Save yourself 20% and get some free shipping. There you go. Now you have your Liquid IV. Are you happy, Brandon? We did all that for you.
I'm so much more happy. It sucks not drinking it all right now. God, that grape's so good.
So good.
I love purple.
That is whatever chemist came up with that one, dude. God.
Big fan of that purple drink.
Thank you.
Purple drink.
Well, yeah. So we're back. We're back from the event. Usually this show takes place a little bit closer to the event, so some of the stories may be further out of our minds. But I definitely wrote some stuff down. Brandon was telling me. He said, write down cars. What the fuck does cars mean, Brandon?
Yeah, cars. Life is a highway.
Through this one.
All right, so Hatch, you're not the only one that had car issues with tournaments.
Yes. Oh, no, not good.
Oh, wait.
There's two stories. All right.
No way.
We'll go with mine. So we drove back Monday. From Vegas. We dropped Hatch off at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. And then we hung out for a bit. By the time Cedar got to my house and dropped Michelle and I off, it was like 8, almost 8:30, something like that. And get out. Cool. The dog's barking. We go say hi to him. We kind of get everything situated in the room. And we're like, all right, we're hungry. Let's take the dog out. Cool. We leave, get ready to go in the car, and I sit down and I have a push to start. Hit, and it goes, no. Oh, fuck. I'm like, no, fuck. I'm like, I know I needed an oil change. It's been telling me, like, did I run out of fucking oil again? Because I've done that with the car.
Crazy.
I mean, oil's usually not something you run out of, too, unless you're, like, burning it up.
Yeah, I ran an engine dry once when I was young.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a shit show.
I've never done that.
I never have either.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go.
I kept pushing it off. Whatever. That's a story for another time. And I'm like, what the fuck? I checked the oil. Oil's fine. I got enough. We've been having some like issues around the neighborhood or whatnot with people like, lurking in cars and stuff. So her dad thought maybe they siphoned my gas. I'm like, ain't no way they siphoned my. So I turn it on without turning over the engine. Gas is fine. Cool. The fuck is going on? It's a pretty new battery. So I call Micah because he left his car here. He was already on his way home, and he likes cars. Like, he likes cars. He knows more cars better than I do. I took automotive, but goddamn, I slept through that class. I don't know shit.
Damn.
Yeah, so he starts, it might be your alternator. I'll use your battery. Well, it might be your battery. It's new, but I don't know. So he's like, just try jumping it and see where that goes. We jump it. Perfect. It's fine. We run it for like an hour and a half. We go get food. Don't turn it off. I get jumper cables just in case. And, yeah, and tell him, like, it's fine, cool. Next morning, I'm like walking around, I'm like, please, guys, please just fucking start. And it started. I've had no issue. It was just a fucking headache. It was just a headache on top of being away for 5-6 days and it's late at night. Just want to go to bed because we got work in the morning. Frustrating.
Someone left a light on in that car.
That's what he said. Well, I mean, who the fuck? Dude, I keep all the lights off. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
But that's what it seems like. Because if you jumped it, then the battery was low. It just wasn't getting enough cold cranking.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. We've been fine so far. We'll see.
You should probably replace that battery. Just
right.
It's all just that tail light, dude. It's all just that back tail light.
It's not my tail. No, it's good because one's out, so that one's not taking any power. We're good.
Ticket. All right.
Dude,
no. All right. The blinker's out.
This guy, he's got such a nice car, but it makes it look so bad.
What? It's still it wins.
Motherfucker never washes it.
The Hyundai Elantra, the rain washes it, and then I'm gonna take it out on the paintball field the next weekend.
I agree. I'm not a fan of washing it myself. Right? I don't wash it myself.
In this past couple months in California, it almost makes more sense just to wash the interior, because like every 3 weeks there'll be another huge rainstorm, and it's like, well, I don't want to get caught at the one time where I go and spend $20 to get my car all clean, and then just rain comes down.
Dude, my car washes have a policy where if it rains, like if you get a car wash and it rains within 2 days, you can come back and get it for free.
Yeah,
really?
I think Quick Quack has one of those too. I think I've seen some of those. Yeah, there's one in Lincoln that's really close to me. That's head over there. Doxing myself. Now you guys know where to find me when I'm cleaning my car.
Googling Quick Quacks.
but yeah, no. Okay, so all right. So you've had technical issues. I've had technical issues. Hatch, is anything broken for you?
Sheesh, man. Besides my pride, because we got fucked up this event, honestly. Shit, man. Other than that, I'm doing all right. It could be worse.
Like guns still working. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so.
All right, so we're good, but one of our teammates had car issues as well.
God. Which one are we talking about now?
Dude, he told me about this today.
Paul Clava. Yes. Yes. Dude, I heard this live with AJ.
Really? Oh,
yes, I heard this live with AJ. He's like, I'm getting back right now. Yeah.
So,
okay, guys, you guys are having your own conversation that none of us know.
Sorry. Yeah. We're jumping in. So Paul had a flight Sunday night to come back home. And he flies in. His girlfriend picks him up, takes him to his house. They pull up and he goes, "Where's my Honda?" Because he has a truck and a Honda. He goes, "Where's my Honda? Where's my car?" And she goes, "I don't know." He goes in and he asks his mom. He's like, "Hey mom, where's my car?" She goes, "I don't know. I've been in the garden all day." He goes, "My car's gone. Where's my car?"
Yeah.
And so it's gone. Just gone.
Where's my car?
Yeah, and he had an AirTag in there. Had an AirTag in there, so he searches it up and it's like 5 miles away. It's like, it fucking got stolen. And mind you, I guess this is the second time that car got stolen.
That's why there was an AirTag in it in the first place, I have a feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then this is where like he picked up with you guys, Hatch. He was like, "Fuck it, let's go get it." He's got the keys. So his girlfriend took him middle of the night. Let's say middle of the night, but like call it 9-10 o'clock at night or something like that. I don't know.
Late. Love that song.
Yeah, pretty late. It was dark. Went and stole it back. Yeah, and he was just like, "What the fuck, dude?"
That's some real, that's some real, I don't know, G shit. All right, someone stole our car.
Right.
I got that backup keys. Let's go get it back.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
You should have done that to the dudes who stole your Kia, or tried to.
They didn't steal it. They left me. They left me the scraps.
They left it, and then you. I still imagine what would have happened if you walked out there while that was happening. Right, Brandon?
Yeah.
As he woke up.
Yeah, I woke up and I was fucking looked out there. There's nothing, didn't see shit. Fucking car alarm turned off after fucking 2 beeps, and I'm like, okay. Oh, weird.
So, no, but I imagine just Hatch, middle of the night, going from his, like, sleepy haze to instantly just attack Hatch mode. And if you've ever played a paintball against Hatch, you know what that mode looks like.
Like I said with Cedar, I said, dude, you cannot be mad if I start shooting first. Like, dude, you cannot be mad.
Right? Isn't that...
Exactly,
wait, no,
dude.
Texas does not have a stand your ground. Or, California does not have stand your ground like Texas. Yeah, I completely fucked that up. God damn it, I hate being sick. My brain sucks right now. But what I was going to say is, like, Texas, they have castle laws where, like, if you come onto my land, you are now a target. Like, I don't have to get away from you. You have made a mistake by coming here. In California, you still have to try and get away. Like, it's only if they've, like, cornered you or you physically, like, they're about to hurt someone or something, then you can take action. Which is a little fucked, if I'm being honest. But,
Agreed.
California.
Agreed.
That's the rules we have here.
So, Ryan, you would know this. You'll know this because it's from the show that we listen to. I was surprised at, like, the dogs having a stand your ground rule.
The dogs?
A law? Dogs? Yeah. It depends on your body language with a dog. Yeah. Can be
yes. I
interpreted as like not aggression or whatnot, like if they bite someone, just depending on what you're trying to do, corral a dog or something that you're not familiar with.
Yeah. Certain states, again, it's one of those state law things, so it depends where you are. But there was a story on a podcast that we listened to of an owner who his dog actually bit someone, but in court they found that he wasn't liable because the other person was like attempting to get around the dog, push, kind of move the dog somewhere else. And apparently the way they were saying is like, you can't be an aggressor to the dog. Like if the dog just runs out of nowhere and fucking bites you, okay, yeah, then definitely you have a case for that the owner is in trouble there. But yeah, so apparently even dogs have a stand your ground law where you can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I like. That's what I want.
I'd like to think that my dog would defend me against a robber.
I'm sorry, Callie's not doing it.
I would like to think that.
I know my dog's not either. It's like one of those things you just know. I mean, depending on
I've seen my dog very, very few times get like defense mode where it's like her fucking, what do they call it, cackles or whatever the fucking things on her backs. The
little like kind of spines almost, or
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, with the fur raises up. I don't know what the fuck that's called, but
I don't think it's cackles.
Very. Something like that, dude.
No, let's go with cackles. Okay, yeah, cackles. I like to picture her laughing. Yeah.
Yep. My dog loves laughing. But yeah, I've only seen my dog very, very few times like that. So I would like to think so, but I've seen a lot of experiments where people are like go to fake break in and the dogs are like, friend,
well, I have a golden retriever, so yeah, there's no hope of my golden retriever being vicious towards anyone. Like that's just not their breed. They don't do that.
Or there's a video I saw of a guy just opened the sliding back door, didn't have to break in, but it was just unlocked. He walks in almost like a homeless guy, and there's a big Great Dane, I think it was, walked up, and he like, and it just came walking up, like, all wagging his tail, all happy and stuff, and he's petting it, and now he's starting to walk around, and then the older lady, the homeowner, comes around the corner, starts screaming, and like the dog reacts, looks at the owner, and looks at the homeless guy and starts barking at him. Oh yeah, it was he didn't know how to react. No, he was not.
Another Great Dane
he wouldn't be alive.
That would have killed that person very
quickly.
Great
Dane,
dude, those dogs are usually chill, but apparently there can be some bad ones.
Yeah, I definitely think those dogs will fuck someone up.
Some bad hombres.
They're the size of a small horse, man.
Yeah, Brando, you are a bloodlusted Great Dane.
I take Brandon in that fight. He's thick.
That's a big ass fucking dog, dude.
You see these calves? It's not making it around these calves.
Dude, triangle around it with your legs.
Yeah, that motherfucker gets a leg lock around his neck. He's fucked.
That's Brandon's key to victory in this UFC special catchweight division. Brandon versus the fucking Great Dane. Well, all right, guys. Let's go back into the event a little bit more. Speaking of dogs, we ended up having a dog at the Airbnb in Vegas.
Nice.
We get there Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night we get down in the city. Thursday night we have practice. When we come back to the Airbnb Thursday night, for some reason this dog just kind of walks up to us. It's like some type of bulldog mix. Like definitely had some of those facial features and stuff, and it was like a pretty small, not very big size dog. So like think English bulldog, something kind of around that. And yeah, dude, sweetest girl ever. Just, obviously didn't have a home, didn't have anything. So she came up to us and was hanging out with us for a bit. Shout out to Greg, because at that time we didn't know her status. So we didn't know if she just got out of a car door or something, or ran away. He sat outside for about 6 hours with this dog, just in case someone was walking by, in case
Jesus.
They were looking for her. Greg's such a sweet guy, and he definitely looked after we never gave the dog a name, but he definitely looked after the dog for a bit. And it was funny because we obviously called animal control and, tried to see what we could do. But none of them, were able to take her that night. And so we kind of, we gave her a little bowl of water. We had some lunch meat and, gave her a little bit of food. And so she was hanging out, kind of right by our front door. There was this little gated, hallway type thing. And so we left the front gate open so that way, she could leave if she ever wanted to. But yeah, she felt safe to hang out there. The next day, that morning we wake up, she's still there, still hanging out. We're like, all right, cool. We have like an Airbnb house dog, which is, we're definitely going to have to try and get to a shelter or something before we leave. But all right,
village dog.
This is our thing now. And we get back from the event that day and we don't see her. She's no longer there.
No.
So we had our own Miss Peaches for like 7 hours, and then she's now walked out of our life. I really hope that dog is doing well somewhere, man. I really hope it's not on like the side of a Vegas road after being run over. But
would you have
such a sweet little girl.
Would you have brought it home since you drove?
You have claimed it?
I couldn't have, just because of Scout, because I already have a dog. I don't like, that's not really, I don't know. I feel like that's a little irresponsible when you already have a dog at home to bring home a dog that you don't know if it has shots, if you don't know its temperament, like you know nothing about it. Like rescuing is different because then at least you're able to kind of learn about the dog a bit. Whereas this is literally just a street pup, and
my friend Brando would have took it. For sure, I gotta call him up.
Life's short. You take all the puppies. You take them all.
You're gonna bring her home to Dope. They're gonna be best friends.
Yeah, he needs a chew toy. Yeah.
Fuck. God damn,
so
dude.
Brandon's actually starting a dog fighting ring. All right, cool.
Dude.
This is why he knows about the stand your ground law with dogs. It's full circle.
Do I at least get the homie hookup to watch?
I got you. I got you.
There we go.
Michael Vick activities happening in Stockton.
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
Stockton's the place to do it, if I'm being honest. Stockton or Fresno.
Baby. Let's go. Well, yeah, so I mean that was our big thing at the Airbnb. I mean, other than that, we didn't really have much happen. It was an Airbnb where dudes came to edit and sleep. So, did you guys have any stories with your lodging or stay? Was there anything crazy with that?
Ooh.
You guys actually stayed in a hotel this time, right?
Yeah. We had our room had 4 people in it the first night. That was we got it Hatch and I, it was like, so we had a king bed, right?
Oh, you have a king bed. Okay, that is different.
There was a king bed and then a rolling bed.
A cot, a single
cot. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, we didn't have to. There was another room with 2 queens and only 3 people, but
you guys just wanted to have your
we wanted to sleep together.
Hatch does
exactly.
No, let me tell you. I'll tell you what it was.
Come in that room.
You want to know what it was? So we were talking about our first match, how it was being at 6 a.m. Right? We play at 6 a.m. And one of our teammates, I ain't gonna name names, but is like, we got to go to bed at fucking 6:30 or some shit, right? And I am like, I'm at Walmart at 6:30 doing the fucking Walmart run at 6:30, bro.
Yeah,
right? So I'm like,
done at that time.
I'm not trying to be in that room and just be yelled at for being up a little late, So
right.
Yeah, so we just
slummed
fuck it.
I feel like
we slummed it.
Who wanted to go to bed at 5 p.m. It's probably the oldest.
I don't think you do.
Team.
I don't think you do.
Oh,
it's not who you think it is. It's not who you think it is, Ryan, for sure. But moving on. Yeah, so straight up, we had 1 king mattress, a fucking cot that we wedged into between the wall and the bed. So basically, it was just one large bed, and we had 4 dudes in one large bed.
Sounds like a party.
It was fucking insane.
That's Vegas, maybe.
Yeah, had the youngest one in between Hatch and I.
Yep.
Hatch and I were pretty. Whoa, that's why I asked you that question early on.
Before we started the show, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah. It got toasty for him in there, in between both of us. He woke up, he was naked. It was weird. I don't know. We were kind of cold, but he was like just undressed.
Yeah, basically in his fucking underwear.
You guys
and
are
he's
not
like,
asking
dude,
enough questions. What the fuck? If someone did that next to me, I'd be like, bro, you were wearing clothes. What the fuck?
No, because he's trapped in there, right? So if he were to like take the blanket off,
what did you guys do to this poor kid?
No, because if he were to move the blanket, he would have disturbed both of us easily.
Yeah,
right.
So it's stripped down in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he goes, dude, it was hot as fuck, dude. I was dying. So, yeah, he was just sure as shit. His part of the bed was sweaty as fuck, and I'm like, dude, goddamn, chill out,
very
bro.
Considerate.
Yeah, try not to wake everyone up.
Because our other teammate Micah, he got the smallest part of the bed. He had the blanket that they gave him on that bed was like a fucking tissue paper, bro. It was like a fucking tissue of a blanket. And he rolls over, he goes, Yo, you got another blanket? It's kind of cold. And dude, no joke, he's like stretches his feet out, almost rips that shit in half. It's so thin. So we had an eventful night, so it was nice.
Nice, all right, yeah.
I'd say it was nice.
Yeah, no, I mean,
can't complain.
Freaking, how do you guys feel about staying in hotels over Airbnbs? Because I know that's what you.
Are you fucking serious? That's an easy ass answer. Airbnbs are by far the more superior option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Airbnbs.
By far.
Especially for paintball.
I like being around everyone.
A washer dryer, usually you're able to clean your shit really easily. I mean, just more space. Everyone can hang out. It's not like you're all in your separate little, okay, we'll be in 212, guys. Come say hey, you know, if you want to.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree too. I like the Airbnb vibe when you're going to an event. Other things, I definitely enjoy getting a hotel. But there is something about a paintball tournament where they just make a lot of sense.
Plus, usually people like you usually get your own room or with like the selected people, right? To where there's like the central meeting system. There's a central meeting system, right? But you usually get to room with who you want, right? Usually, because there's more rooms.
Yeah.
And and if I want, it's not like I got to walk down a fucking hallway and see all these random scrandoms in there, you know. While I could just go in my boy's room in my underwear and not be judged.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. It's not frowned upon there.
No, it is not. It's honestly happy.
It's accepted. It's supported.
Yeah.
Encouraged at times.
So you guys would be allies, I think. I think that's what that term is. Going forward, we also had the Summit Awards in Vegas.
Amazing.
An absolute blast of a night. I really wish that I didn't have all this shit happen after it because goddamn, it was so much fun. Not only the award show itself taking place at the Sahara, there was their Azilo, something like that. It was their outdoor like party venue that they had.
It's pretty cool.
Watching, everything on the 200-foot LEDs, watching All That Matters for the first time on that was
dude, I thought of a meme just now that I could have made. Fuck, I could have done a meme. That one meme.
A little late for that, bud.
No, but you know what I'm talking about, where it's like the kind of one where I did like the Aldi's nuts one, but where it's like I can fix that and it's like a huge screen. Oh, dude, that would have been good.
Yeah,
because everybody there was thinking exactly that.
They were.
I mean,
exactly.
Seeing paintball, I don't know about anybody else. I have never seen paintball on that big of a fucking screen in my entire life.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I thought you were saying that they were thinking of the Aldi's thing, and I was like, okay.
No. Like they're thinking of like where it's like so insane to see something that big.
It was massive.
Yeah, that
it was insane.
It definitely caught everyone's attention. Like you can now go watch the trailer on Hormesis' YouTube channel, but just imagine that. Whatever your screen size is, 200 times bigger, and in the most crispy, there's no YouTube compression. Like it was played from the
highest quality.
It's it was beautiful. You guys saw it, that shot when they're driving in the truck like down the road. Something about that shot, it just felt like. I don't know. There's like no way to say. It's just like that perfect like early morning. The boys are heading to the field. I don't know. There's things like that. It's the cinematography on it is going to be amazing. Some of that is thanks to me because I did work on All That Matters. That was what I did for the first 2 events last season or 3. The first Florida, Dallas, and then Philly. So yeah, you'll see some of my footage in there and that, and then another project I'll be credited on. But yeah, man, I think that definitely was a highlight of the night for me. Watching PTG win over every other creator in the category was also, just fun.
Watching Dynasty also win every other one ever.
Yeah, because it's like, cool, these guys turn on a webcam and cool, they get to beat out Clint Riddle, Art Dole, myself, Zizek, just guys who are trying to actually propel media in this game. But that's cool. Let's keep supporting the 2 pro players, because they've given their life to this game. They've sacrificed. The other fun thing about that night, you just gotta hang out and chat and just talk with people. I think that was the cool thing too. It was really weird to see all these people in paintball that you normally see with like headwear, HK pants and like a mask
dirty
on, and then you see them at the
stinky
event. And yeah, I mean, not everyone decided to dress up, but those who did, it was cool to see, and it was it was kind of it was a nice
I dressed
event.
up.
Yeah,
I dressed up.
I wasn't talking about you guys. Everyone here present took part in the activities and tried to look good. But yeah, no, it was a fun night. I I had Sarge bought me and Marv a drink. Ended up being the most like ridiculous thing that I've ever witnessed. I'm not on the level of having money where I get upset when people don't wait on me, but he is, and it was a conversation to be kind of listened into and a part of, and you know, and at the end of the day, I gotta give Sarge credit. He tipped that man really fucking well. So like, he made it worth his time to help him out. But yeah, no, it was just funny to be around that. Like this isn't me. I don't know what's happening. Like I'm a lower class human. I don't do these type of things. There was, other stuff from that event. I mean, you want to talk about that event a little bit too? I have more to go on, but I just feel like...
So we're talking about the Summit Awards, right? We're talking about the Summit Awards.
How was it for you guys? I know I was mingling with people. I kind of ran into you guys a couple times, but I was also working around and talking with others.
Yep, we took a lap, got to see a bunch of nice people, got to see Shelda, got to see the guys from NECTR, got to see the guy from NECTR, dude. Shout out to NECTR, those guys, beautiful human beings, by the way, very handsome devils. But yeah, and... we saw Matty Marshall, saw Enrique, saw a bunch of people that we like you said, always had headgear on, and it's weird seeing everybody dressed up. I'm like, damn, bro, you clean up good, chill out, looking so handsome like that, right? And I thought it was really cool because we got to go into the VIP part with Impact for a little bit, and it was cool hanging out with Dave and all the guys on Impact, Bart. So.
Yeah, that upper section was kind of crazy. Same thing. I was a nominee, so I was able to go to all those places. But I walked around up there a couple times, and it was just like every big name in paintball that you could think of is standing together, and it was really cool. I did talk to Shane there, talked to him for a little bit. I always love when I get to run into Shane Howe, so that was a good conversation. Tim Furpro, I actually was able to meet him, which is awesome. If you guys watch the WDP video, a lot of Tim's footage of the guns that he's rebuilt and worked on are in that video. So it was kind of cool to chat with him for a good 10-15 minutes just about old markers and all that.
Have you never met him before that?
No, I never have.
Really?
I know he's a tech and I know he's around, but I've never like put name to face and like shook his hand and stuff.
Wow.
So it was good to have a conversation with him.
That's wild because you got like he's at the Sepples all the time, and the fact that you guys are like same place, same time. Damn, that surprises me.
I'm on the field trying to film most of the day at Signals, but
fair enough.
Tim's a great guy, especially for like the Northern California, like kind of, what would that be, like marker tech. Like I know he's one of the kind of premier guys up in this area when it comes to working on, markers of any age or manufacturer at this point. It's great to talk to him. Obviously, said hello to the boy. Dylan filmed it. Love that guy, Dylan. We hung out for a bit. Dylan is. If you want to talk about being bought in, Dylan is 1,000% bought into this project he's working on this year. Think of Rebirth, but make me as talented as Dylan Fout, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be absolutely amazing. He's working with Aftershock this year, trying to do a kind of longer piece about them, and kind of their first year back. It's an exciting story, and it's a really cool group of guys that he gets to film. Motherfucker gets to film Tom Martinez. There's always good content there.
I'm excited for it for sure. But dude, seeing everybody dressed up, even him, he was dressed up, but he still had his artist hat on. It's amazing to see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else.
Yeah, we walked in with him. We met Christian from In the Pits.
Yeah,
you
good to see him.
I ran into him and his wife now. I think wife.
His wife,
ex-girlfriend,
something like that.
Ex-girlfriend.
But it was awesome to meet them, put a face to face to a name, and shake his hand, talk with him for a little bit. But yeah, dude, it was such a fun event. If you weren't there, you missed out. Like I've heard people say that, and I 100% agree. If you showed up and wore your sweatpants and weren't allowed in, you missed out. Like it was an absolute blast. If there is ever something like that again for paintball, go
for sure.
Like and I think the way they said it was funny. Like, all right, you have an early morning flight, show up from the venue. Like that's Vegas anyways. Like don't go to bed, make sure your bags are packed, and just go to the airport right after you're done at the event. But it was a blast. It was a lot of fun. The cool part, which you guys missed out on because you took off or not right away, but it was like a couple hours into it. There was still
I had to hurdle a lot of drunk people. I had to fucking put on my cowboy hat and my boots and fucking Wind them in.
That's why I was glad.
I salute you for that hatch.
I got you, Brando.
Because all I knew is at the end of the night, I had to order an Uber. That was all I had to do. So I was like, I don't have to get anyone. I don't have to be with anyone. I just order an Uber and I'll go home. There's a story about that later too. But yeah, so after the event, they started pushing us out of the venue. Obviously, they wanted to close that down for the night. Mm-hmm. We all stayed and just drank at the lobby bar for a while longer after that too. And when I mean I'm talking some of the biggest names in our sport. It was, I mean, guys, obviously Maddie, ABJ was there. Freaking Nicky Cuba was there. That was the other thing that was crazy. I got to talk to him for just a little bit. That was awesome. But yeah, think of all the Hall of Icons guys. They were wearing their blazers, looking like Masters winners in there. It was cool. I hung out with David a lot. David No Soul Photography. He also won Best Newcomer of the Year for Media. So yeah, nice job, Rookie of the Year. Let's go, David.
Congrats to him.
So yeah, it was an absolute blast. We drank Red Bull and vodka all night, and I loved it. Trying to think. Oh, we also ran into Colt, who was extremely drunk by that point, so that was amazing.
Hell yeah.
Colt is a great time when he's drinking. He's just, he's a lot of fun. I mean, if he's loud when he's not drinking, so just imagine that with even more smiles and happiness. I really do enjoy all the Fit family and like the guys from down in Texas. They're a blast. They're a lot of fun people to be around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was.
They were snubbed on Team of the Year.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Didn't they win one,
totally?
Though?
They won like divisional team, but Team of the Year, like, come on,
all the events in their division.
All the events, only lost one game all year. Come on,
a good point. Yeah,
lame. But one thing I want to say about the Summit Awards is I thought it was really cool, dude. That was like the first one in history.
Yeah.
There's we got to go to the first one in history, boys.
Well, there's been like previous player parties and stuff. Like I know that was a big thing with the MPPL, and why a lot of people loved those events is how they would handle, time for players and spectators and stuff to go and just have fun and go like do stuff like that at clubs and stuff around the venues. So yeah, this was definitely kind of a return to that a little bit. Definitely in a more upscale fashion though.
Because didn't they say they're gonna add 10 people to the Hall of Icons every year? Is that what they said?
So Hall of Icons, that's a different project. That's spearheaded by Greenspan, and I think Quinn is kind of like he's helped him with some of the stuff on that, but that's mainly Greenspan's project.
Okay, because weren't they talking about they announced all like 10 of the people that were like the Hall of Icons for that year or something like that?
So yeah, did you guys leave before that, or were you guys?
No, I was drinking a little bit.
Okay, no, but yeah, so Hall of Icons. I mean, if you don't know about it, you probably should, but it's essentially our Hall of Fame. Greenspan has taken it on himself to be like, hey, we need to have something to actually like memorize some of these guys who have come before us and are no longer at least in the game, or maybe they've had to take a step back, or like Bobcat, he's no longer with us unfortunately, but he's definitely a name that we should put down and kind of idolize and be like, hey, he was a big part of our sport. So Hall of Icons, they accept, I think they, just like regular Hall of Fame type stuff, they'll take in 10 members each year as like a class, and it's voted on by a big group of people. I don't know who, I don't know, their positions and everything, but that's what I've been explained to, or that's what it's been explained to me as. And what the fuck's going on here? Brandon's looking confused.
Fuck.
Come on, Brandon. What the hell, dude?
My computer. I don't know what the fuck.
Need that
Danny,
come on, Danny.
We need you, Danny.
But yeah, so Hall of Icons, 10 people every year. They just decided to hold that concurrently with the Summit Awards because it makes sense. It's the biggest.
Yeah, I assume if they'll do that continuously, kill two birds with one stone, make it the party epic,
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. There's a stage to present stuff on, so yeah, might as well have some come up here. The other presenter who I was much more impressed with was Alex Frazier. Alex Frazier's stand-up set was maybe one of the highlights of the night. I know we didn't hear the beginning of it, but I remember at one point we were standing with Will over by the secondary bar, and we all just kind of looked at each other and were like,
He's going crazy.
What the fuck? What is Alex saying? And like from then on, we had to pay attention and see what was up. He had some great roasts, some great bits. I know Quinn said like all of that was filmed. Obviously, there's some of the highlight stuff that we've seen so far. They are planning on putting out, like a full copy version of the awards so people can watch it if they weren't there. It's gonna be a while for that. They've got to put all that together.
If you weren't there, you're lame.
But yeah, no, essentially, yeah. If you weren't there, you're lame. One last thing for me for Summit Awards Caden's
we honestly could have got him. You could have got him. No joke. We probably could have got him in there.
Yeah, but I'm glad we didn't break rules and get the NXL trouble.
Yeah, me too. Devin, yeah.
Okay, Hatch. Last thing I had from that night was so like I said earlier, I knew that all right, I just got to get my Uber and get out of here. Was hanging out with David for a couple hours, and once everything kind of started to die down, I don't know, it was maybe midnight, 1-ish, kind of getting towards that port of the night. So definitely all right, time to get home. Call my Lyft ride up, and shout out David. He waited for me. We went out to the little
what a good guy,
and he was sitting there with me for a while, and I was like, oh, I appreciate you, buddy. But so my car pulls up, and I was like, all right, I'll jump in the back. We're driving for it's like a 20-minute drive because the Sahara is kind of more closer to the Strip, and we were up more north by the park, and so it's 20-minute drive. About 10 minutes into it, I just get that like, oh no, I'm gonna throw up. Oh God! Oh no! That instant,
God.
Like you said before the show, when you had to go take a crap, Hatch, it just hits you out of nowhere. You're like, "This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen right now. If I don't do something about this." And to this, to the driver's credit, I was like, "Hey man, can you pull over, bro? Like, just real quick." And he had some PTSD because he instantly was like hard right over. I was able to jump out and threw up on the side of a Vegas street for a second. Got back in and got safely back to my my Airbnb for the night. So yeah, is it a party in Vegas if you didn't puke out of your Uber getting home?
I feel like throwing up on the Vegas Strip is almost like a thing where it's like you have to do it at least once.
It's a rite of passage,
Yeah. It's like, have you really even like been to Vegas if you haven't really done that once, at least? So
yeah, man, I've never been to Vegas.
Yeah, no, I guess not. I guess
come on, Brad. Yeah,
I've been there
the whole point
before.
Brando, now every Vegas trip you've ever been there, that doesn't even count. You haven't done it.
God, I don't know. You tasted that drink. It was hard to pound down.
Yeah. You were definitely trying to get there, dude. Your eyes were glossy as fuck. I felt like I could.
Yeah, they were. I don't know. Michelle ordered it.
Lemonade, I'm pretty sure.
Was it? I don't know. And that was the third or fourth drink in, and on an empty stomach, had nothing to eat. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, dude. His eyes were so glossy, dude. I was able to like do my mustache in the reflection of his eyes. So we went to Taco El Gordo. That place is pretty legendary over there.
Fucking good.
We went opposite ways. I made sure I ate before the event because I was like, this is not gonna be good. I've been dehydrated at a paintball field all weekend. Like,
I had no time because the girls won, so like we had to wait for the podium and stuff, and there was no time to eat.
I would very much like to move over. I would very much like to move over to that topic that you just brought up real quick, Brando. I like that one a lot. The fact that the girls won, dude.
Are we seriously going to talk about this right now?
Hell yeah, why not?
Okay.
What are we moving to?
I'm just not a fan of some of the people on that team, and so I don't like talking about it.
I'm only talking about it because Michelle and Yvonne were on that. Dude.
Yeah. No, I like them.
That show was awesome, dude. Seeing Yvonne and Michelle dominantly win points, dude, it was actually kind of refreshing because I feel like Brando and myself, Cedar, and all the guys really do take the time and coach a lot of those girls over there. And it was nice. I got in trouble a couple times for heckling.
Yeah. So. You got warned.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Dude, which makes no sense. I mean, I heckled. I gave a one good fair heckle. Right, where this chick running over belly flops in the god, and then I see something spray off, so I'm like, get her out, right? And the media guy, I don't know his fucking name, but the media guy turned around and was just eye fucking the shit out of me, just staring at me.
Did he have a blue bib on?
I want to say I think I know who it is, but I'm not 100% sure.
It was not Arcadi.
No.
Okay. I love Arcadi.
Because I was like, yeah, you guys are homies. What the fuck?
They definitely.
Okay.
But apparently, I talked to Arcadi about it, and he was like, that guy just was complaining all weekend, right? So I think he was just mad because whatever team he was filming was getting shit on. But no fucking way. Damn, I'm a dick.
Okay. That's
fucking funny. But yeah, so I got a warning instantly. And the thing is, dude, the next point, there's a chick inside the pits. Like, they break out, chick's sitting in the corner, and her teammate in the pit is like yelling to her. He goes, she's in the snake, she's in the snake, she's in the snake. And I am like, and the ref is standing right there and doesn't say shit.
Like, my God, sideline coaching.
Yeah, and how am I getting in trouble?
2012.
Like, I guess I don't even have to be on the field for the refs to be screwing me over like that.
Okay, but Hatch, this is where I'm gonna fill you in on something. When you say fuck really loudly, as you like to do a lot of the time, it draws attention from everyone, and sometimes attention that you may not want. So even if, sometimes you're saying like she's in the snake, that doesn't draw as much attention as when a dude who looks like you is screaming fuck, because I've definitely heard you do that from time to time around our field, and I don't know what NXL's, but I think that's, you play loud. You play with everything on your chest and on your sleeve, and I think that's why people take notice of you.
Yes, sir. But dude, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that I got to talk it to.
Like, I mean this in the best way, Brandon. I don't notice that Brandon is on a field, like, unless he's going down and stabbing and doing a lot of work. If Hatch is on that field.
Hell yeah. That's what I like, dude.
He's yelling. It's either at the team or at his own teammate. Yeah, he's gonna yell at someone.
It's at the team. It's usually at the team.
Yeah,
there we go.
And it's not angry. It's just this passion that you have for this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably my biggest downfall. But there's no other way I would rather be.
I agree.
No other way I would rather be.
I will say it's kind of, another guy who's I think is a little bit similar is Dylan Boyum. He always kind of was looked at heavier from refs and stuff, and I think because he's another guy who also played with his heart on his sleeve a little bit. He wanted to be there and to kind of say fuck you, and like that's all. It's good when you can, but the problem is then refs do start to look at you and try to find something that they can get you for because you've made them upset or you said something they didn't like personally, and it sucks, but that's the reality when you have humans making decisions about you.
Mm-hmm. But whatever, we'll get past it, right? I think the most people are like they never want to leave it up to like the refs for a call, right? That like
no.
I like it to where Rand will be looking at me weird, but anyway, I like to use the phrase "be undeniable," right? You get like if you never get hit, you can just be undeniable. You just fuck the guy up, right? Everybody knows. So that's the way how I like to wear it on my sleeve. It's like if undeniably shit on somebody, people are definitely gonna.
I will say there was a story that maybe we talked about it on the show, but I was like, because I came out to the field one weekend during the off season for like a couple hours. I wanted to give you guys some stuff and kind of check in with everyone. And as I'm walking up to the pits, there is someone talking to Brandon about why is Hatch yelling at me? And me and him both were like, well, it's just Hatch, man. Like, just don't take it personally. Like, and so it is funny because a lot of the times it does tend to come back to that.
And
yeah, people think that you're mad at them,
and it's not. It's not.
You're
mad.
fine.
He's just passionate.
If it's on the field, you're good.
I remember that exact scenario. No, I was mad. I was mad.
But you did take it off the field.
No, I did not. Why would I do that? Why would I ever do that? If you take it off the field, you're weak, bro.
Exactly.
It just shows how mentally weak you are if you take it off the field,
Nah, bro, I'm gonna disagree. If you take it to the parking lot, that's actually the strongest you can be. Just real old school.
Shows your physical skill for sure.
Yeah,
and then you flip the gun around and you fucking use the piece of shit.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. World Cup 2022.
You could for sure kill someone with a tank.
100%. A carbon fiber wrapped tank. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're going crazy with that.
Ping,
but
ping.
I bet it would. Noise. It would. Yeah, I was just about to say that. It probably would make a perfect noise like that, almost cartoony. Like a Looney Tunes.
What you're saying, yeah, like an Acme.
Yes, dude. It'd be like a thing where they'd be like, damn, did they put that in after that audio?
Was that a sound effect? Was that added in post? Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you're concussed on the ground with the birds going around you because you just got hit in the head with a carbon tank.
With all the fucking birds around him. Damn. I miss the old cartoons, though.
References, boys. Good job.
All the stuff is so shit now, bro. I miss the good old cartoons.
Dude,
like Roadrunner.
Content kind of sucks right now. I don't know. There's been some good shows I've heard recently. I know Shogun's one that I've been told I got to check out. There's a couple others, but yeah, man, I don't know. Content's not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's so hard for me. Like, I've probably said this 1,000 times on here, but it's so hard for me to sit down and like watch something. You know,
but that's because you're one of the most ADHD people I've ever met in my life.
But it's also, I'm a gamer, right? I like making the decisions for myself. I like playing games where I can make decisions. I don't know, dude, but you're probably realistically that's a huge part of it.
Because when you're gaming, like you just said, you get to make those choices. You get to feel like you're in it, and that helps kind of keep that attention longer. Whereas like just watching some dudes, you know, fight on a screen, you're like, I want to be in that.
Like when you're playing a horror game and there's a dark ass hallway, I'm like, I ain't going in there. But it's like all these horror movies and horror shows. It's like the ladies are like, let's split up. I'll go in the dark room. It's like, bro, I could never do that. I don't understand. So that's why I like making the decision for myself.
I feel like Helldivers is about to become a horror game. Have you seen any of the leaked images of the
flying shit?
Not even the flying shit. The third race that they're gonna bring.
Oh yeah. I think you know what? I even have a picture of it. I thought I'd put it in the Discord, but I saw a picture. I was like, holy shit, dude, that looks insane.
There has been, I've seen some, you know, because one of the Helldiver systems is they'll let stuff come in early and not talk about it or not officially put it in, but like they have a game system where they can kind of like tease stuff and like drop it on certain select people who are running the game.
Yeah,
I've seen some clips of people getting sniped by like blue energy out of nowhere, and the CEO put out a statement saying, yeah, you're just having hallucinations, those aren't real, you know, that's not real, there's no way that could be there. So
fucking liars,
dude. Their CEO is doing such an excellent job on Twitter. He is gaslighting, he is gatekeeping, he is girl bossing his way to the top, and we love it. What I love is they introduced the flying creatures to a couple, you know, you'll see them every now and then, but they're still kind of rare. He's denied it on Twitter. He actively is, you know, he's openly said that bugs don't fly. What are you talking about? Bugs can't fly.
And they're obvious like leaks, like gameplay that it's like, ooh,
yeah, and it's like there's actual content footage from people who have seen flying bugs. But it's funny because he's kind of acting like the Super Earth Council would, you know, the Ministry of Truth. Like, yeah, that's the lore of the game, is that you don't question us.
I agree.
You do what we ask you to do because you're, you know, this is fascism. This is Starship Troopers. This is, you know, military at the end of the day.
I think that shit's going to be sick. Helldivers 2, I mean, it might be early to say, but I think it's probably going to be game of the year because, you know, obviously, right?
I think it could be. I mean, we talked about it a bit before. I think it's definitely changed. Like, it's put all the other devs on notice of like,
for sure.
Oh, this company, you know, took $20 million and made something that is better than we spent $2 billion on. Let's see what the fuck they did and how we can, you know, take some of their concepts, because that's all game companies do. Fortnite took PUBG's and then, you know, ran away with that. I mean, you look back long enough, like COD, Halo, multiplayer stuff that was similar. Like, it's tale as old as time. You just got to steal from your competitor.
And dude, I feel like Helldivers is such a good combination of like every good aspect of so many different games, right, that are just mashed up into Helldivers. That's like, damn, this shit is just like, actually just addicting to play.
It's like Nazi zombies, Warhammer 40K,
Gears
of War. Like, there's like 4 different franchises that it all is.
Fucking Dance Dance Revolution with the stratagems.
And you're in one of like the best settings ever. Like that Starship
Troopers
universe, I think, is just like, I really like Starship Troopers back in the day. I think it's a really well written and like well crafted piece of media to kind of make fun of something, but also you have to think about it to understand it's making fun of it.
Ahead of its time.
One of my favorite critiques on Starship Troopers was, you know, some of the characters come in and they have uniforms that are very obviously SS uniform, like replacements, like the black, the kind of chrome, like pieces on it and stuff, like definitely meant to look like that. And some of the critics in the audience were like, what do you guys like Nazis? Like, is this sympathizing with the Nazis? And it was like, okay, you haven't been paying attention, my guy. Like,
they were the best dressed army, though. I mean, we can't say that.
Hugo Boss, you got to give him that. I did see a funny tweet. It was like, never ask a woman her weight, never ask a dude something, never ask a German company what they did between 1937 and 1945.
Very true. Just look the other, slightly look the other way. As soon as they make eye contact, just go like this. Just look the other way as soon as you make eye contact.
Yeah, don't ask Mercedes, don't ask Volkswagen, don't ask Hugo Boss, don't ask any of these big companies, because they were trying to survive. You got to do what you got to do.
I liked watching Starship Troopers because kill bug, good old-fashioned way.
I definitely saw the baseline message of it.
Hell yeah.
And not that it was a false flag attack and that, they were trying to... Because that is a theory with Starship Troopers. Essentially, the way it starts, the bugs send a meteor to hit us, and then that pisses us off. And okay, now we got to go kill the bugs.
How the bugs send a meteor?
But that's the theory. Is like, how the fuck did they do that much physics calculation to intersect us when we're like multiple light years away? It's a whole it's a whole nerdy thing. But yeah, Starship Troopers, it's amazing. If you haven't watched it out there, I would definitely recommend going to watch it. There's definitely gonna be some moments where you're like, what the fuck is this? But there's a lot of great parts too.
Might have been the first time I saw boobies on in a movie.
Shower scene. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that might have been the very first time I saw boobies. So
fantastic. Yeah, I mean, some of my favorite scenes.
Brandon's like, there's balls in there too.
Hey, let it be known, still the only VHS tape I still own.
I'm okay, that's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, but
totally
that shower scene,
and not weird as fuck.
Yeah, it's the weird parts. The shower scene's all messed up now.
That part when you get to it, it just starts getting gray and the wavy lines.
Oh God! Come on, Brando.
That part of the tape has been used millions of times.
Yeah.
Damn, it's just like frayed and damaged on that just that part.
But then every other
it's
part
translucent.
Of the movie is
the tape's
clear.
Translucent now.
Just been run down to thin strands of VHS tape.
It's barely enough film to make it work anymore.
Yeah. Well, Brando's favorite movie.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. All right. Starship Troopers, hell that we love them. Guys, another thing from the weekend in Vegas that we can talk about that we haven't yet. I have numbers and stats for you, and they are about gambling. Ooh. So I went through and I've done my my win rate for each of the days. I've done how much I profited from the days. Start base level numbers. I deposited 160 into Kurgo to start the weekend. I kind of had a feeling that what was going to happen, and I was like, all right, I'm going to invest in this a little bit and see if we can go to profit land. And we did. I took $1,207 out from Kurgo, and that ETH hit my account, and I was able to take it out and buy this laptop. If that didn't happen, we probably wouldn't be making content right now. So thank you, Kurgo. You're definitely helping us out. If you guys want to play it, go use our link down below. We might as well at least shout them out for sponsoring us that big. But yeah, so that was a total of $1,047 profit from the weekend, not including my initial. Day two.
So good.
Day two was definitely my biggest day. It was $563.04 was won on that day. My pick rate for the days, day one, I was 22 for 29 picks, 23 for 31 on day two, and then day three, Sunday, the playoffs. It was definitely not going to be as good because they're harder games, but I was 11 for 18 on that. So breaking that down percentage-wise, day one, I was 75% correct on my picks. Day two, 74%. Day three is lower at 61%, but if you add all those together, my total win rate for the weekend was 70%. If you look at some of the best, like actual, legitimately guys who are sports betting to make their money, their win rates are around 56, 57%. Like that's like oh my God, you're doing amazing. You're killing it. Paintball betting. I can't.
Yeah, baby.
So Ryan, you're a professional gambler now.
Yes, technically.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Paintball. But we don't have to. I don't have to.
No.
You don't have to say that part.
Professional gambler.
It's one of those things. It's like professional gambler. for NXL paintball, but I just don't say that part of the sentence, you know?
Yeah. But you professional gambler for NXL paintball.
It's like subscripted, you know, like really small. Right next to it.
Hell yeah. So damn, that's actually pretty sick that you made that much.
Yeah, man. I mean, and honestly, a lot of it was from they just did not know how to set lines for games. A lot of teams, you know, one of my favorites, I had Notorious plus 3.5, so they had the, you know, handicap. They're getting 3.5 points for that game. So as long as they either win or lose by less than 3, then you win that bet. That was like a plus 200 odd bet. So essentially 2-1. So I put down $25 on that. I win $50 back plus my original, you know, 25. There was a lot of kind of examples like that this weekend where it was, you know, they didn't set good lines, and they definitely were taken for a ride. I know I wasn't the only one who made at least over $1,000 on it. There was multiple other people, and you know, I think one of the things that a lot of people told me they were kind of sketched about is, well, am I going to get that money back? You know, is it actually going to come to me? Every single one of us got paid. Even though they know that they kind of fucked up and lost the house, they still paid every single one of the withdrawal requests, because
now
if they don't, then no one's going to use them again, and it's fucked.
True.
Yeah, so now since they have an event under their belt, theoretically their line should be better.
Theoretically, yes, and I think they will, because definitely by Sunday, like I said, you know, I was down to 11 out of 18. There was also less games to pick that day, but it was definitely like, okay, you guys are starting to, you know, pick this up a little bit. And by the finals match, they had put a $250 like wager limit on the match itself, so like you could only put 250 on everything. So that includes like the over, team totals, all that stuff. You were limited to just that across the board. So they definitely were like, oh, we have fucked up, guys. We need to put the like safety breakers on so we don't lose, you know, more money at this point. But yeah, you know, like I said, they did pay people out for those winnings. You know, the hope is obviously, you know, people win money there and then go use it on other parts of the site and potentially win or lose over there. But yeah, I mean, for those of us who are, you know, if you're just disciplined with it, you know, okay, I want to use this for betting on paintball, then yeah, you definitely should. I don't like, dude, one of the guys I feel bad, I wanted AK to get into this so bad because I know he would have had similar like pick rate success, and I just remember him sitting there like, I'm gonna sit this one out, like I don't think I'm gonna get paid for it, you know, I'm a little scared. And it's like, all right, buddy, you know, these are the opportunities that don't roll around much in life. But yeah, so for Texas, I think it will be better, but I do still think there will be opportunities where, you know, there's 40 games. There's going to be one or two that they mess up, and those are where you're going to want to kind of push that advantage and try to make the most money from. And, you know, even with that, I definitely still lost picks. Like, I had stuff that I thought was going to happen that still, you know, they played the paintball game, and that didn't happen at the end of the day. But as long as you're, you know, if you're having a 75% win rate, you can win. You could lose a couple. You'll be fine. You'll be making it back.
Yeah, I remember you sent a screenshot in the group chat about the Impact and Bears game, about like Impact scoring more than 4 points or more than 3 points or something like that.
3.
Yeah,
and I was like, this seems dumb, right? Like, it's versus Bears, okay.
And I remember watching that and be like, ooh.
Yeah,
I think Ryan just lost money.
No, I definitely did on that one, and that was because honestly, good of the Bears. They came out strong and like kind of prevented Impact from putting up a couple points early, and then that, you know, towards the end that started to matter more. And that's a great point, Brandon, because this is betting at the end of the day. You know, even though I have some decent-ish information, you know, like I've watched it for a couple of years now really closely. I've been, you know, on the field for a lot of these games. I'm still gonna get things wrong, you know, like even no one's Nostradamus out here. No one's just calling it perfectly correct across the board. So, you know, definitely still have some caution in the back of your mind. But yeah, I would definitely get involved with this. If you like betting, sports betting, anything like that, do it for Texas. I mean, throw your $50 in the account, throw, you know, whatever you got, and, you know, just, or not whatever you got, but whatever you comfortably can put in there.
Everything you have.
Yeah, no, your mortgage your home, take us out a second mortgage. I know
your neighbor's dog, throw your neighbor's dog in there, everything.
Interest rates are really high, but if you get a 70% chance as well, you'll be fine, you know, you'll be able to pay that back. So yeah, that's all the Kirgo stuff from the event. I wanted to kind of wrap that up with a bow at the you know.
I'm gonna hit Kirgo, but when it comes to Texas for sure. I think I'm gonna hit that up for sure.
I think
that sounds sick.
The thing that and this is kind of the holdback and what makes it a little bit hard to get into is you do just have to understand crypto. You have to know, okay, this is a wallet.
That's my biggest problem.
I can send stuff to an exchange and then make that into cash and then put that into my account, or, you know, like how to send around stuff. I mean, these are all things that I've done for years because I am a degenerate crypto bro, but I do understand that, like, that is something that a lot of people are like, wait, what? It's magic internet money? What? I don't
magic internet money. Hell yeah. Fort bucks or V-Bucks, whatever.
$4. Well, okay. A little different because you could actually sell this crypto at some point. Yeah, you can't sell V-Bucks back. Once you buy V-Bucks, all you own is V-Bucks. You'll never get cash from those.
You just gotta sell the account itself.
I guess, yeah, that's the only way you're getting it back is like getting old, you know, limited edition skins and then trying to sell it to some 12-year-old so he can stun on his friends.
Fuck yeah, dude. Renegade way to.
It's mom's credit card for sure.
Hey, man, dude. Hell yeah. I did that shit when I was young. For the Gears of War skins.
You did? God damn, bro.
No, that was when skins were fucking like $1.99 for a fucking skin.
Dude, most of the skins in COD I think you got just by playing the game. Like, I don't remember there being any DSL skins. I remember the first DLC gun for Call of Duty. That was
Peacekeeper, Black Ops 2.
Yeah, dude. I remember.
You don't remember those other camos that were like $1.99. There was like Party Rocker. There was the fucking Bacon camo, the 115.
You're right about that, but when I think of prime Call of Duty for me, I think of between COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. That was my, like, when I played COD. Honestly, I played Black Ops 2, but that was like the last one I played, and then I did not play Black Ops 3. I did not play Infinite War. I did not play Ghosts. I didn't play
Black
any
Ops
of that
3 was
trash.
so good.
Because at that point, I got into Counter-Strike, and I was like, well, that game's shit. This game's fun. I'm going to play Counter-Strike.
Black Ops 3 was sick, dude. One of the greatest games of all time. Not even gonna lie.
I actually think you're wrong about that. I'm gonna be honest.
Nah,
it was kind
dude.
of a
Let me tell you.
trash mechanism. Well, let's just jump in the air all the time. That's fun. Don't you guys love that when we're now Overwatch characters in our advanced Call of Duty game?
Nah, dude, that game was sick. The movement was pretty. The movement was pretty smooth. You're never gonna change
mine and Brandon's opinion on this.
You guys are good.
That's what, dude. COD boys.
I loved that shit, dude. The zombies, bro. That shit. I loved that fucking game. I spent so much hours on that game.
Legitimately, I have a memory in my mind of the first time that I ever played Call of Duty 4 multiplayer. I will never forget that, bro. Like it is ingrained in my head. That game, like it was the first time ever where I was like, I could play against other people? Yo, that's crazy. Give me an M16 with a red dot and frag times 3 and let's fucking go.
And dude, some iron lungs because I thought there was you put iron in your lungs. So I didn't read the description, so I thought I was impenetrable.
And this is what iron do in your lungs because I was like, I need to learn some shit. Dude, there's frag spots in my head for Call of Duty 4 that I still remember to this day. Like just, you know, rip off your little mini nuke of 3 frag grenades every time that you get a respawn. And yeah, dude, God, I'm old. I'm not old, but I'm fucking old when you think of it that way. Like, Jesus. Call of Duty 4 was a beautiful game.
I love those games. And, you know, something that's funny, that since we're on the topic of gaming, right, and I got to experience this past weekend, that I think is one of my favorite things, and I will always hold near and dear to my heart. So.
Oh, yes, this is a good one.
Yes, this is a great one. So I got to meet one of my gamer friends that I've been gaming with for probably closer to like 10 years now. That we just been we met in a Call of Duty lobby, had a good time, right? Came gamed with us every once in a while, right? Then eventually when we moved to like the PC, jumped into our Discord where now we got everybody. And dude, he drove all the way down. So I'm not gonna dox him too much, but he's like a truck driver, right? He drives semis like all day, like through like from point A to point B, long journeys. So this guy goes from Utah to Portland and then Portland to Las Vegas just to watch us play. Just to watch us fucking play. And his name is Nick, but I will never fucking call him that shit. I will always call him by his gamer tag. fucking white fire. I'll post.
Put
I'll post
the photo in the chat so that way I can add it really easily.
You got it.
You guys will see. I mean, fucking,
dude,
he made it clear as day who he was, and it was
fuck yeah, dude. So I'll send it as soon as I'm done with the story. But yeah, so the way how it's going, we're getting ready to play our first match on day 2, right? And so I'm getting boys hyped, like, let's fucking go, boys. We're the California Heat, like usual. And I'm getting all my pods in my pack, right, to go play the point. And then I see a hand reach over the paint, like a shaking hand gesture. And motherfucker leans over and goes, half pint, which is my gamer tag, my fucking gamer tag, right? And then I look down, he's wearing a shirt that says fucking Yins. Dude, how the fuck can you not like that shit? Shirt said Yins.
I have to explain the Yins a little bit, because if you don't game with Hatch or you don't like spend a lot of time with him, this is his favorite word to say. He
taught me this word 10 years ago, dude.
That actually blows my mind, because I didn't know that backstory. But Hatch has never said you, or like you guys, or like how are y'all doing. It's always, all right, what are we doing, Yins? All right, Yins, let's go play some games, Yins. Like I've always heard this man use that word, so that's amazing that I actually found out the backstory of that right now.
So yeah, he had a shirt that said Yins on it, right? And then on the back, it said his fucking gamer tag, a fucking jersey. It said white fire on the back.
The other thing, and people will see it because it's on screen now, but the other thing that's funny too, it's just a blank white shirt. I love it.
Yeah. And so I talked to him about it.
Like vinyl printing, just nice. All right, sick.
And I asked him, I was like, dude, that shirt is sick. He goes, well, I just said it was paintball, so I was hoping to get a bunch of paint on it. He's never been to a paintball tournament ever. Right? So this is his first time ever. He thought that he was going to get
paintball.
He thought he was going to get roasted and have paint all over him. So he wore a white shirt. Dude, like, I can never hate on that. That is amazing.
I mean, and if you're standing close to the net, you'll get some splatter on it, and that'll look
without a doubt,
cool.
Dude. Without a doubt.
Go ahead.
And there are times where I'm like, dude, fuck these motherfuckers for not aiming because they're getting paint all over me.
Yeah,
but dude, in that scenario, I was actually hoping for me to get a little bit of paint on his shirt.
Dude, Micah fucked me up with a lane like that during the newbies game. One of their guys went straight to that little wedge on the snake side really quick, and Micah was trying to hold him in. And so at first I was like, all right, I'll sit here for a couple balls, I'll see what happens, and I'll leave. And so we just start getting roasted, and I'm like, all right, this isn't worth it. There's not good footage here. I'm gonna back up. And me and this ref start backing up down the line. Well, because of the angle he was shooting at the net, we just keep getting hit. Like, it was just following the net down. So, like, dude, we moved 10 feet down, and we're like, how are we still getting hit by fucking paint? Like, it was just one of those. And I know, Mike is scared for shit. There's a guy in our end of the snake pretty much, and he's like, I don't want them to come kill us. But, yeah, no, he roasted the fuck out of me and that ref during that point.
Poor guy.
Bouncing all off the net. Oh my god. Yeah. I remember him telling you, he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do it, but you were there.
Well, I mean, shit happens, time and place.
No, there have been times where you come up and you pop your head up and all you see is a fucking body and you're like, ooh, media guy, as soon as you rattle off your first 5 balls.
Yeah, I definitely had that happen to me one time on Pro. I think there was a guy, they were close in the snake, and I think I kind of I moved a little bit, and you could just tell his brain was any movement is getting shot, and I just took one straight to the hip. It was aimed at the hip. It wasn't this random shot that was thrown off or a stream something else. So sorry, bro. I definitely probably got you off your focus there for half a second, but
dang, got a little ouchie.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have multiple ouchies. That's just what happens when you film paintball, bro.
Yeah, true. But I don't know what it is. I think that's probably the best part.
More in my job than your job, because at least
by far
with your job, you have every bit of epinephrine your body's ever made running through you, and you're going to absolutely to stab someone and hurt them. And so it feels good when you're like, all right, I get there. Oh, okay, got a couple shots. All right, let's go. So filming never feels good. It always hurts.
One thing that I want to say, and this might be a next level strategy that people don't really talk about very much,
new stratagem.
The more that I play and the more experience I get, is I feel like my adrenaline is pumping less to where it's almost like a routine system.
No, 100%.
Right? I'm calm. I'm controlling my breaths. It's just you're doing a job A, B, and C. It's like the more comfortable you do it, the less and less adrenaline you really need for it.
Well, I think in both, so yes, when you watch most of the modern pro players, it's very calm, cool, collected. Yeah, exactly. It's not no one's freaking out, but there is still that part of your body that realizes that you're in a very like high endurance situation, like that there's a lot of pressure on your body. There's still adrenaline going through their systems, I guarantee.
For sure.
That's why they're addicted to this game, because of that adrenaline dump. That is that like, I mean, dude, why does anyone like any extreme sports? Why do people jump off buildings for base jumping and shit like that? It's because it's a drug.
Thrill.
It's 100% a drug that any other substance can't give you. But when you go put your body on the line and all right, 200 feet drop, let's hope my parachute opens. Like, yeah, you're never as a human gonna experience anything like that other than in that moment. And obviously, paintball, you're never gonna get fully injured. Like, we have a lot of safety practices in place, but still, there's that monkey inside of you that's like, I'm in a gunfight right now with my 5 boys versus their 5 guys, and there's that little animal that's gonna kick in and kind of take over a little bit.
Yeah, and the thing is that I'm learning way more is be calm a lot in the match, right? A lot of shit's going down. When there's all 5 dudes are shooting paint, it's like, dude, if you move, that's when you become an idiot, right? Well, you got to let the game develop.
Yeah, it's just that thunderous roll of just 5 guns just constantly going. The other thing I was going to say is that Bruce Lee quote, got to be like water in the cup.
Yeah, I love that one, dude.
Like
I actually have a song that I listen to where it's actually that he's talking.
Is it the song about shitting yourself that you showed us
I
earlier?
love that fucking song, dude. Laxative.
Added it to my playlist.
I was pissed when you made me post that on my story, because I obviously wanted to repost that, but I don't want all of my followers to hear a song that says, I'm about to shit myself tonight.
That's not even close to what it sounds like.
But that literally is the words that were spoken during the part you chose.
Yeah, but it's so good and deformed you can't even tell.
Brand I'm trying to protect than you. That one made me laugh when I actually realized that song was on there, because I posted it at first with no audio, and then like I went through it and like my phone was playing audio, and I was like, what the fuck?
So good shit's a good song. But yeah, dude, we got fucked up at the event, but coming back with a huge learning experience. Me and Brando definitely fucking struggled this event for sure.
Yeah, our whole line did.
Yeah, I would say the people that should not have been struggling were definitely struggling the most. Yeah. And it showed for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I myself, I overcomplicated it for myself. It wasn't until Sunday I was just like, fuck, I just gotta go play. I'm not gonna worry about what everyone else is doing on their jobs. Like, as long as I know whose eyes where and what person's working with me, that's fine. Then I'll just worry about myself instead of trying to make sure I'm doing my job as well as like all the other jobs are being done. If we lose someone, maybe, I don't know, I overcomplicated it for myself. But yeah, we really needed to step up there.
I think that relates back to what me and Hash were just talking about. You were too much in your head. That's because paintball is definitely one of those things. It's got to be muscle memory. It's got to be decisions that you don't think through, decisions that you're like, oh, I know on this field we killed a Bravo, I fucking slide up over here, I can get 2 kills. Like, little things like that your body is like, oh, okay, all right, time to go. And then there's not that like, wait, okay, we killed that guy, it's killed 2. Okay, that means that I can now, because by that point the move's already gone. You're gonna get shot out. Yep. So yeah, no, I will say, Brandon, your best point of the event, that I saw at least, was that early morning 6 a.m. newbies game. Bro, you just said fuck it, came around the snake little bunker there, and just put 3 into this dude's back, and then went and got 3 more down the field. And I think that was a moment where you were just like, I think you heard poison, or maybe you heard the bunker or something, and you were just like, fuck it, I'm going, and you got rewarded for it for sure. No one else was ready for that.
Yeah, I knew I snuck in there. Hatch was over me. He's like, yeah, Brando, let's go to work. I'm like, all right, get on their side. I pull up, I see the Dorito guy, then I hear someone's voice on the other side of my bunker. I'm like, fuck, let me go get him. Yeah, and no one shot me. I don't know. I went low enough that his back guy didn't see me, and as you said, bunkered him, shot 3 more. Didn't know I was there.
The funny thing too with that clip is that dude was, after you gave him 4 in the back because your gun started ramping, he definitely was looking at your number. The whole time walking off, he was like,
good.
All right, Baird.
Remember it.
Okay, all right, you're gonna get a couple more. It was definitely one of those like, all right, brother.
He's like, all right,
whatever.
Now I got a bonus ball, this handsome devil.
Yeah, I think I only played the point after that, got shot off the break, and I think I sat the rest of the match. So I won. So
nice.
Yeah.
I have to say, the other funny thing to me with that first match of the day was watching Evan Middleton's first point in semi-pro.
Oh, he shot off the break?
Bro takes 3 steps off the box, gets shot off the break, and his body language is just like, okay, like it's just this stunned like.
Yeah, that's rough.
I guess I'll go back to the pits now. Like you could just tell it was like, I've never experienced that. Okay, they can. And Matt even said a similar thing on our live show of like, yeah, once you get to semi-pro, fucking you take a couple steps oth the box and there's probably going to be paint.
Yeah, you'll get fucking clapped. Like those short shots, like there are times where you get later in the tournament and those like those third and fourth matches, people are hitting those short shots because they just know it's like it's that muscle memory,
yeah.
Right? To where it's like, all right, I go from point A to point B with my marker, right? And they just get so exact every single time.
Well, and usually, especially, depending on the shots too, but that may also be just like a quick 3-ball type shot. Like, all right,
yes.
First, and then swing out wide for, whoever's going out to the snake or whatever, for their spot. Yeah, I mean, that's how you get kill 2 off the break. Like, you kind of catch those guys inside who aren't ready to have pressure up in their face.
And that happens where it's like a lot of people, their first point up and when they get that first bump up, right? I can confidently say for myself in semi-pro, I was not shot off the break my very first point ever. So, that is a rough one. There's like a 1 in 10 chance of that happening to you, your first point, and she got the shitty end of the stick.
But it's you also can't give them shit for that too. It's kind of like
that's a hard shot.
It's a welcoming to pro type or welcoming to semi-pro type thing of like, all right, this is the league now. Like, you checked in, you decided to come be a part of this.
There is no like sloppiness. Like, dude, if you do like a half-ass move and go like fucking big body, dude, you are donezo. They're gonna hit that shot. It's even more tight in pro where they 100% will hit that shot.
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of pro, I mean, we have to give a big congratulations to the Canes. Absolutely, blowing the doors off everyone's predictions for them this event, making it to semifinals. And going up 3-0 in the semifinals. Have you guys seen? A whole bunch of people have posted it, but their coach's speech after that game.
Yeah, I have seen it. I thought it was pretty good, pretty inspiring.
Give me more of them. Yeah.
No, that was such a good speech. I loved his ending. They played a damn good match. We're gonna go shake their hands and then let them know there's another blue team. And I was like, all right, I like that. That kind of that chirpiness that like, all right, we'll respect you guys, but yeah, no, we're here to take our spot. Shout out to the Canes boys, kind of putting something different on the map.
Thank God, finally, bro.
I will say it was funny. I was talking, me and J-Mac were on the sidelines during that 3-0 like reset, the 2 minutes in between. And so they were coming out for the 4th point. And I told J-Mac, I was like, 2 things are going to happen. Canes are going to win this point. They're going to win the game. Dynasty's going to win this point. They're going to win the game. And that's exactly what those fuckers did with their fucking magic fucking given to them from the god above. I don't understand how they do it every time.
I do want to say this one thing, though. I was watching it live, right? Because the girls were playing, but we were watching it live on the webcast. The way they were locked up, I think it was when they were still up by 2, if I am correct, where they were locked up. Ryan Greenspan's on their side of the snake, and the dude in the Dorito like almost forgets about him and like starts randomly rapping, and then gets fucking clapped by Ryan Greenspan. I'm like, dude, if he's no joke were to stay alive for that moment for 20 more seconds and burn a little bit more time off, dude, whole different match. I was blown away that move happened.
I think that changed it a bit too, but I also think it was just they made the mistake of taking the foot off the gas. I mean, it does not matter how many points you have against a team like San Diego Dynasty. You need to play until the match is over. And, that's when you start seeing the little sloppy mistakes like you just said, like rapping when you shouldn't, trying to get an extra kill when you don't need to. You just need to hold whatever you're doing. That's where an experienced team like them will pick you apart and, make you pay for it.
Yeah. And that's one thing that Bart Yakimak taught me is, dude, the more you reach for it, the more you're going to get punished, right? It's like let your team catch up, and then it's like when you're in a unit, it's way less restricting to reach and way less risky. So
that's Danny, or is it Danny Quinn? I think DQ. But I'm pretty sure his first name's Danny as well. But he put out that video of like HK and Impact at Cup. And a lot of the conversations that you saw with Bart having, not only in the present version, but there was a lot of historical footage in that as well. And all of it is stop reaching. Like, he said that so many times because it's really what it is. You just have to trust that the 4 other guys are going to do their job, because if you all 5 do your job, you win that point. But it's where I'm gonna go try and do something a little extra. I think I can get this done. Well, all right, now you're kind of taking it into your own hands, and that's where stuff starts to crumble and fall apart. And yeah, maybe you're an amazing player and you're able to get that 3K or whatever it is and win the point for your team. But if you don't, then who fucking cares? Like, you just lost the point for your team.
0 to 0 really fast.
Yeah, it's
right?
It's all or nothing at that point.
And I think that you're seeing a lot more teams when it comes to the buy-in, right? I feel like a lot more teams you're able to see it, right? Obviously the Cans are buying in way more. PB Fit, like those guys are for sure bought into that program, and I like seeing them do good. I really like seeing them do good.
I think it kind of sucks the way it turned out for them, because I think they definitely could have won those 2 games that went into overtime.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of those games, Scott got a penalty. So, I mean, dude, an overtime penalty point, that's good luck at that point. Yeah.
Death sentence.
And the other one, they just, they weren't able to put it together. But I mean, dude, they had a good first event. Like, I mean, that's fine. The other team we got to give some props to is Blast Camp, 100%. I mean, dude,
I agree. Shout out to those guys. Those guys did great.
If you go, they definitely, they still lost all the like games that we kind of said they were. Shout out to them being
Diesel.
I was gonna say shout out to them being Diesel, because that's crazy. But they still did look bad in the other games. Like, I mean, yes, Dynasty absolutely just put it the fuck on them.
That one was different for sure.
Exactly, and I think that is also the difference too. Of Diesel has not bought in. Those players, I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything, but that group of guys cannot come together. They can't, agree on a game plan or something like that. Use whatever term you want to say. It's just, there's obviously problems there, man. I mean, those group of individual players should not be going 0-4.
And I think I feel like that's one reason why J-Rab must have left, because like, look, he bought into Russian Legion, and now they're doing that. Like, dude, he's part of that.
Great.
He's part of that 5.
Yeah,
Russians looked great.
In my opinion, the semifinals match with them kind of was the finals match.
I agree. Yeah.
No hate to Canes, but it was kind of like all right, one of these two was going to come out of this and probably win the tournament.
And luckily I get blessed with being in the pro pits all the goddamn time. Blessed. I actually saw that point where it's like, I don't know if you guys seen that pretty sick photo where it's like J-Rab jumping over the snake and Mike Zupa.
Yeah. I saw that one too. Yeah.
Without doubt, I thought that it should have been a penalty on Zupa for sure. Because he's like looking forward, and J-Rab's like jumping over the snake, hitting him, hits him, and then he rotates back and then shoots J-Rab while he's like landing in the snake.
Well, and
it's so bang bang, it's so fast.
That's funny because my perspective, I was down the line, kind of near the corner. I saw J-Rab got shot like before that, and so it was kind of like, oh, if anything, that's a trade, but like it's not, like it wasn't a major. And then all the chaos started happening. I was like, what? Like, did I see that wrong? Like, did I maybe see something else break, or like what was it? And then Jason came out and said like, yeah, he got shot earlier down the line.
I wish we had more time to be able to break the game down and watch those like slow-mo shots where we would take like a 10-minute intermission break and watch that shit on the big screen.
I don't think we need 10 minutes because that'll get boring, but I do see...
You're right, but you know what I'm saying? That's happened.
No, I think the thing you just said there at the beginning is the most important. We need more time. Why do people get so sick from NXL events? It's because we don't get a fucking sleep. It's because we got to get up at 5 a.m. so we could be at the field for 6 a.m. games and then stay until 5:15 when the last set of the day goes. And that is kind of a good thing. That means that there's a lot of paintball teams. There's a lot of games being played. Like, that is a good thing for the sport. But we just need more time, man. Like,
I agree.
It is so difficult for some of these schedules to try and make all of it happen in 4 days or 3 days.
Especially when the scheduling of it is so hard. Like, dude, when our match is at 6, that's anticipating to play at 6.
Legitimately set at 6 a.m. in the morning. Like,
yes, dude. Sunrise wasn't till 6:05. Field wasn't even blown up till 6:20.
Yeah.
So it's like, at that point, you're already fucking yourself over, because at that point, you're going to be running late on purpose.
Yeah.
You're like, at that point, it's like, it makes it look, oh, they're running late again. Dude, like, how the fuck do you expect them to run on time?
I guess hope teams mercy each other and get
exactly. And it's like, yeah, in any kind of division, you should never really hope that, right? Because it's like, every game, if you belong in that division, no game should be realistically a mercy rule, right? You know what I'm saying?
I think it depends on the field too. I think this field at Vegas wasn't going to give many of those games, because there was a lot of ways that you could, make it so, okay, we're going to get a couple points at least. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
There were opportunities for a guy just to make a good individual play and catch some people off guard, and okay,
for sure,
cool, our team's got a point now. But yeah, no, the scheduling on this event was rough. I'm gonna, I gotta be honest there. Everything else at the event was great. The venue was awesome. I loved,
ground was a little hard.
Ground was a little hard and it's a little dusty, but it is also the desert before, like, not summer, but it's still kind of a dry season. So it's like, what are you?
Dude, cannot complain. Cannot fucking complain, right? Okay, one thing I will say though, I'm not gonna lie though,
the field,
there was a divisional field, bro. Shit looked like trench warfare, bro. Like, it was fucking going.
It was
wild.
It was like this with like a little valley running through on one side. I
saw, no joke, 2 people almost break their fucking ankles like within the first 30 minutes of the day, and I was like, damn. Okay,
that was rough.
But it's also right. I mean, it's kind of like a thing when you suffer through the divisions to get high enough. It's like you get the better fields, right? That should be part of the motivation to play on the best surface possible.
Well, and also, I mean,
get good, I guess.
Do registration fees go up for divisions? I kind of feel like they do.
For sure.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Like it is more expensive to play a semi-pro spot than just
for sure
having the same amount of people for like a D4 team.
For sure, without a doubt. And that's why the payouts are different.
Well, payouts are different, and that's what you're paying for. Is okay. They paid more. We might as well make sure they have a flat ground to play on. And it sucks, but that is kind of
because if we had that field,
works.
I bet half the fucking teams wouldn't play if we had that fucking field.
Oh no, because they kind of, semi-pro teams, and as you go higher, they expect more too, because they've played for so long. They're used to having a decent setup, or at least a turf setup or something like that they can play on. And
I don't think there's anything wrong with kind of a high expectation, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with having a high expectation, but what a lot of people in paintball community, we're fucking spoiled bitches, and people just love to fucking complain about anything, right? Like, obviously, like one thing in the NXL that always is a thing is, dude, the scoreboard. Like, at least 2 fields, their scoreboard doesn't fucking work for a lot of it, right? Where they're calling fucking 10, and then doing a fucking whistle or some shit. Like that, it happens.
Oh shit! What was I gonna say? Because we were talking about something different right before that, not the scoreboard.
Expectations.
Yeah, because I remember Philly. Oh, was that 2020? I forget the year, but then the first year they went to Philly, they played on soccer grass.
The dusty, yeah.
Not that. There was an event before that where they played on actual soccer grass.
I think that was the 2019 one before
COVID. 2019 one. That's what it was. Yeah, they destroyed that field. Paintball destroys grass fields. It will not.
To be fair, it rained like a bitch. It rained like a bitch.
Hear what I'm saying, though. When you have that many people repetitively going to the same spot all the time, you're gonna destroy the grass. Not affect it. No, it'll be killed and dead. You have to replant it for the next year. So that is also kind of the problem. Is our sport is hard on the field that we play on. I mean, you have all this paint that's in the air, that's getting everywhere. You have the people who are running the same paths, the same routes all weekend. Look at the drone shot over, the Go Sports field. You can
tell when people land.
You can see it. You can see and it looks kind of cool too, because it's these routes have been formed in the earth from where we're going.
It's like the skid marks on a race.
Exactly. And so I think that's why it's it is nice to have that nice, perfect, manicured field, but also I mean, we've got
you can't keep it for long.
You can't keep it for long, and there's a lot of other things that we're spending money on, and trying to promote and grow the sport. And it's, I don't know, as long as we aren't having an actual dirt field like we did for that first year Philly, I'm okay with it. As long as there's grass on the ground, there's something, like, yeah, it was a little hard, it's not perfect, there was some dust and stuff that still came up, but man, I mean, it was a lot better than we've had at previous events. And
for sure,
yeah,
cannot complain.
It's one of those things. That's probably the hardest part of our sport, is we destroy the venue we go to. So you have to have a venue that's comfortable with that. Because we got in a lot of trouble for that Philly event. That was something that I know that the NXL had a conversation with the venue owners there, and that's why we ended up moving across the street to that open field, essentially.
That we're not going back to.
Nope. Thank fucking God. Fuck Philly.
I like the grass. I like the grass.
Here's the thing: I can't even say Philly because we're not in Philly. We're in Royersford. So fuck Royersford, Pennsylvania.
No. Fuck Philly too. I don't like Philly. Okay. Philly's disgusting. I'm sorry.
I wanted to at least make it correct for our area, but I got you.
I'm scared, dude. I'm scared of Philly, bro. I've seen a lot of clips where it's
retweet Brandon, whole Northeast in general, the Tri-City area, fucking Philly, any of those states, Connecticut, fucking, I don't know, all of them just fall off into the sea and go.
Canada, you could have them. Oh, fuck it.
That's true.
Oh, hell yeah.
Except New Jersey. I feel like we should just light New Jersey on fire. No one should have New Jersey. New Jersey just shouldn't exist anymore. It's kind of
an armpit.
Yeah, it's an armpit for shitty people.
Yeah, very loud individuals. No, I'm just kidding.
The first production crew I worked on for Team Creative, all of the guys were from Philly, from New Jersey, more northern of the state, near it's like Bloomfield or something, like a super small little town out there. And
Bloomfield.
So that's now my opinion is fuck all New Jersey people. They were cool, but still, it gave me this opinion of like, oh god, you guys are just kind of assholes, all of you. All right.
Mm-hmm. God damn, dude. But it's good to be back. We're learning from our mistakes. Ryan, we're learning from our how not to fry a GPU.
Dude, I put it in my backpack and drove my car, all right? I have no clue how that actually happened.
Honestly, bro, fucking Area 51, we got a little too close and fucking zapped your shit.
Yeah, I went past, did you guys drive past that town? It's Zizix or something. It's like ZYXX. Like, little town in the middle of nowhere on the way to Vegas.
One thing that I thought was really cool with the way we were driving is we had walkie-talkies. Right, to where our cars are close enough to where we could walkie over and be like, oh, dude, you see that to the right? Or like, oh, yo, we'll jump it off now for gas. Right, we were close enough to walkie each other. So that's just one cool thing that we like to do as like nerdy fools, where make the ride a little bit more entertaining.
That's a good one.
And call signs too with the walkies.
We literally have mentioned all of this before on the show that just came out on the live show. That's funny.
Oh,
you guys didn't remember this? You've literally said everything you've said right now a week ago.
It's a dream.
It's been over a week.
We can't talk about Micah's call sign.
I didn't say that. You did.
Brandon did. No, I said let me guess. Like that was something he was gonna say because that's exactly what
was I going there.
No. But bringing it back from that, the other great road that I love on that drive out to Vegas is 20 Mule Team Road. I don't know why. That's just an exit, and whenever I see that exit, it makes me laugh. It makes me smile. I like it.
Nice.
Because I've made that drive a lot. I used to live in Vegas, so I've made that one from here and there quite a few times, and so that's one of my like landmark spots of like, there we go, 20 Mule Team Road.
Nice.
Why the fuck would you call a road that?
Do you stop there? Is that like your
it's the middle
bathroom
of
stop?
Nowhere. There's nothing there. It's just a funny sign that you see.
Okay, gotcha.
The spot I love stopping at is Eddie's World. It's actually something I stopped at with Joe Barrett way back in the day when we drove down for Vegas in 2017. But yeah, as you're coming into the city, there's this little awesome spot called Eddie's World. It's got, think of like, you ever been to like a really nice like southern gas station where it's like they have everything there? Like it's
Buc-ee's.
I think there's a couple other like there's like a Speed one or something. I forget the name right now. I don't live there. But
Speedway,
is that what it is? Yeah.
I don't know.
But this is like the only one I've seen of those in California. Eddie's World is really cool, and they've got a big sign of like It almost looks like a ice cream cone kind of, but like put it in a cup and that's like out front. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Eddie's World. Yeah, that's another
Eddie's
spot
World.
I love.
Next time we go back, Brando, we'll stop there.
You said
World.
ice cream cone. I think I had to take a picture. I don't know. We were driving and Michelle goes, "Oh, look, an ice cream cone," and I like. Yeah, it is Eddie's World.
Yeah, Eddie's
I did
World.
take a picture of Eddie's World.
The other thing that's dope about Eddie's World, and I was sad because they didn't work when I was there, they have games that you can play on the urinal. Like, as in, as you're peeing, it influences and affects the game. I'm shitting you not. It is like a whole system that they have there. They weren't working this time, unfortunately, because that's
I'm holding my piss the whole drive.
It's a high score. It's literally like how long you pee is how high your score is and stuff. That's always one of the reasons I'd like stopping there too. Because all right, if I'm gonna have to pee, I want this to be entertainment real quick.
There should be like a prize. We get like a free Kit Kat if you like piss extra.
If you're one of the top 5 pissers of the day, you're gonna get a free gas card.
Hell yeah! It's a free gas card. I said a Kit Kat. Hell yeah! That's pretty good. $10 free gas. That shit's pretty good, dude.
It's a couple gallons.
Sheesh, you just a California Kit Kat. That shit is almost $10 now.
Oh, that's true, bro. God damn, price is going up in this state. I will say, I felt a lot more rich in Nevada, even though that's still not that much more cheaper of a state, but. I will remember I went to McDonald's one of the night and like I have an order that I kind of know what the total is, like I've gotten it enough times, and when it was like $5 cheaper, I was like, what the fuck?
Damn,
like, this sucks. California's the worst.
Yeah, dude, McDonald's app, those motherfuckers, bro, getting rid of the good deals.
Yeah, but you can still save some money, but yeah, it's definitely not as good as
what it used to be.
They nerfed it. Hooked everyone, bro.
They nerfed it.
Yeah. Sorry, Brandon. What?
You know what was not very expensive for the enjoyment we got out of it was Hatch your freezes that we had when we dropped you off.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. So
right towards the end.
Thank you. So obviously, if you've been watching the show, I've talked about this. I've hyped it up a lot.
Pepsi Freeze.
Pepsi Freeze. It's a legendary thing around where I live, right? And if you look it up on Urban Dictionary, right, you'll find it. It says exactly where it is in this town only.
Someone in your city who's like, I'm gonna have this to Urban Dictionary.
Dude, it's gotta be, bro. It's gotta be. This shit hasn't even been updated since like fucking 2007. Still says like the gas station it was 3 gas stations ago.
Dude, we were still in the Middle East when people were talking about the Pepsi Freeze. That's crazy.
Yep. Right. So. Brando got to experience it because they had to swing by my place to drop some paint off and a cooler and like 57 pod bags or some shit. So, how was it, bro? How was it getting to experience my town driving through it and the legendary Pepsi Freeze?
So we pull up at this little gas station and we walk in.
Great gas station.
Convenience store. And we see a regular ice machine and that Pepsi Freeze machine. And we're just like... It's just a fucking icy machine. Like, okay, like this is what you're ranting and raving about. There's a Dr. Pepper and a Pepsi one, and then cherry and whatever.
You're like, oh, this is Coca-Cola icy. Like you get it at any gas station.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're like, just like, okay, no, fuck. And Hatch is like, no, trust me. Like, wait,
it's different.
So, yeah, we start filling our cups up. Dude, we start filling our cups up, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, just the texture of it, it was so fluffy and watching it come out and fill the cup was you know how it's weird. It's weird.
I told you, bro. I told you.
We all like not enjoy, but really took it in on how it didn't separate. It came out all liquidy and then immediately got frothy, essentially. But
you're using words I understand, but not in ways I understand them. This sounds.
It's so. I get how.
Jesus.
I get what, because Hatch always built it up and described it and it's like you're describing a fucking icy, whatever. But it's something you have. He's honest. You have to experience. You have to see it in person to be like, wow, that is.
I think you're being a little bit of a hater right now, Brandon, because I've always believed, Hatch, that there is something special to it. It's just one of those things that's like, all right, I have to drive 3 hours to go get it. Okay, maybe one of these days, if I'm down there, I'll get the address from you. But so that is good.
It's
to
right
know,
down the street from my house.
It is a life-changing experience. It sounds like,
dude. It's cool.
Yeah,
dude, it was so powerful. Look at his camera now; it's fucking fixed. Well, as soon as he's done talking about it, he's looking great. But dude, it like that shit. Like you go to a fucking 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee, that shit's melted when you walk out the door, bro. Like
starts separating and
yeah, dude.
No, this never separated,
dude. It was fucking built different.
Bought and assembled separately. One of Hatch's favorite sayings.
Yup.
Well, with that, guys, we are going to have to bring the show to a close for tonight. We started a little bit late. We had some, had to get my OBS set up and all that back up because, well, this laptop had none of that information on it. So thank you to the boys for dealing with that. But so that way we're not keeping Brandon up too late for, he's got his big boy job and everything. He's got to go cut on people and do all that awesome stuff. So let's bring this to the end of the show, guys. I need 2 things for that to happen, and I know you guys haven't forgot because it's only been a week. I need a cool guy of the week, and I need a code word of the week. So let's start with cool guy like we always do.
Bingo,
yeah, it's hard because we didn't do it last week on the live show.
Fuck yeah.
We didn't. No.
Ready for you, Joey. Oh, we actually have a name this time, too? Or is that just the Twitter name?
Well, this is just the Twitter name. We don't No. This is our. This is we get the Clark Kent version of this man. We don't know his name. He's a person of the people. All right. Are you gonna play this video or I'll explain it.
I pulled it up a little bit. I'll maybe play some. Brandon, this is a minute and 53-second TikTok. I'm not gonna put all of that into the show.
It's fine. It's only like 10 or 15 seconds that you need
of the first part. Okay.
Yep. Is from when you play it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna trust him. There it is, guys.
What does that say? Did that say a virus has been detected? Well, what do you do? Okay.
Hey, we're back. So Joey Avery, what is this? What's going on here? Let's explain. Explain more what people just watched.
It's a comedian, stand-up comedy, doing a bit, doing some crowd work, and then there's there's a notification that someone gets in the front row, and he goes, eyes him down, and what is going on? Did that just say virus detected? And this dude stands up from the crowd, from the front row, walks on stage with his phone and goes, yeah, and continues to walk off. He goes, who are you? And the guy goes, cybersecurity, and is gone, gone into the night. This man's doing.
That's a company IT.
This man's
guy
protecting
right
us.
Yeah,
dude. This guy's protecting. That was Clark Kent.
Service. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see what you're saying.
That was Clark Kent. He's not the hero we wanted, but he's the hero we deserved.
And so for that, he is FTS's cool guy of the week. God, I love this segment. It gets more unhinged every week. I swear to God.
I agree.
All right, Hatch, code word of the week.
All right, since we're talking about Pepsi Freezes, stay frosty. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Stay frozen just like a Pepsi Freeze.
But not like an icy, like a Pepsi Freeze.
No, like a Pepsi Freeze, dude. Way different. And the thing is, it's very broad. If you say Pepsi Freeze, you could get cherry, you could get Dr. Pepper, you could get blue raz. It still classifies the same shit.
All right, I'm cutting you off. Enough Pepsi Freeze talk.
Okay, all right.
We're done.
You asked me the question after, Brenda.
I have to go through, all the stuff I always go through, guys. Make sure you rate the show, whatever platform you're on. YouTube, leave a like. Spotify and Apple Podcasts, drop a rating on both those. I will say, guys, I appreciate your support on Spotify. We are the second highest rated show on Spotify, next to Play the Game, obviously.
Joe Rogan?
Because, fucking... They have a huge ass audience. Let's catch up to them and let's take them over. So just go drop a 5-star on Spotify real quick. It'll literally take you half a second to do, and you could be done and close the app and never look at it again. Also subscribe on those platforms. It'll just give you an update or a notification when we do go live. So when you don't get one of those for a whole week, you're like, what the fuck's going on? Where are you guys at? And then when you see it, bada bing, there we are. Show's ready for you. Subscribe on YouTube, Patreon, or YouTube, Patreon,
all the good stuff.
All the Instagram, all that stuff. Make sure you hit the follow button, all that stuff. The other part, we talked about it earlier, our Patreon members, they have been the ones who are most involved in all this delay. We gave them an update with everything that's been going on, and kind of keeping them in the loop. Yeah, we're definitely biased towards our Patreon members. We like them the most out of any of our audience members, and that's not against you guys. It's more so that they're just that amazing that they join Patreon. So go ahead over to patreon.com/Mafia_productions, learn how you can become a part of it, and then you can become, part of my favorite category of our listeners. I'm biased. I'm 100% biased. I appreciate those guys over there. They help support the show, and yeah, I love each and every single one of them, and that includes your dad, Brandon. I love your dad. He's great.
What? Fuck
I love
guy.
Papa Iron Man.
Make sure you head over to merchandise, which is over at xxvthelabel.com. I'm wearing my Stabbers shirt today because Stabbers don't get stabbed. Also, I realized that this TikTok link is still up. Okay, cool. We are still good to go. And then last but not least, we have the sponsors of the show. We talked about them at the beginning, but let's go from the bottom this time. Liquid IV. Head over to liquidiv.com. Use code Mafia_Moffitt. You're going to save 20% off and get some free shipping when you're grabbing your new bag of Concord grape, because that's what these boys are going to tell you to go get. Let's go, Brandon. That was a healthy chug. That was beautiful. Head over to liquidiv.com. Like
Purple.
I said, code Mafia_Moffitt. That's going to save you some money. We also have NECTR Energy, NECTR.energy. Like we said as well, MafiaProductions over there, all one word. You got the big box. I've got one of those in my truck still. But then we also do have this lovely metal tin from them that, one of you lovely Patreons are going to get sent to you. Hopefully in one of these next couple of weeks, we'll give it away on the show, as we always do. And then last but not least on the list, we have Welts Clothing, weltsclothingco.com. Head over there, get information about Welts Clothing. Stay tuned for their new mask straps and other apparel that's going to be dropping as we go throughout the year. And Welts Wednesday. Make sure you wear your welts on Wednesday, because on Wednesday we wear welts. Shout out Scott Stewart and those boys. We love the support that they've had for the show, as well as the stuff they're doing in paintball. So go check them out. Use code FTS. Save yourself a little bit of money at checkout. All right, that's it, boys. We did it. That was our first show back. That was the longest break we've ever had in recording podcasts.
It was actually insane, dude.
It felt weird. I didn't like it.
Did not like it.
But we did it. We're back in the saddle.
And it's not like we didn't want to do it, right?
No,
it's like we couldn't.
We all wanted to. Multiple times we've tried to make this work, but
because we were supposed to be like, all right, well, record Wednesday. There's like, all right, record Tuesday or Thursday. It's like, I'm recording Friday.
Hey, well, that was the Amazon delay stuff where I was like,
yeah.
I ordered it 2 days shipping. Let's go.
Yeah, it wasn't our control whatsoever, right? So it's completely out of. It's in this third party of Amazon delivery.
Yo, Jeffy B fucked us this week, bro. That's who we have to come after. Let's sue Jeffy B. Let's go for it.
Yeah, I agree. Come on.
That's going to work out well for us. Thank you to, all of our sponsors and everyone who supports the show, as well as our Patreon members. We're gonna go ahead and jump out of here and get ready for next week's episode, where we do have a special guest. Colt Lucal will be joining us on the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Jump over on the Patreon if you want to hear that as soon as it's ready. But for now, guys, for Brandon Brando Baird, Stephen Hatch, my name is Ryan Mafia Moffitt. This has been From the Sidelines, and we're going to see you on the next one. Bring us on home, Hatch.
Bye.
See you later.